Alright, what's up YouTube? Today I'm bringing you a full pull workout from week 1 of my new program. So since it's week 1, the volume is going to be at the lower end of what it'll be ultimately by the end of the program. So you might see more sets in the future, but for right now we're not doing more than 3 sets for any one exercise. But like any smart lifter, you got to start the workout with a warm-up. So I'm dealing with some scapular winging, so a lot of mine are about scapular stability. So number 1, we got serratus wall slides, 2 sets of 12. This one I'm really focusing on not letting the band pull my arms inward, and I'm really focusing on making sure my forearms stay attached to the wall so I don't end up shrugging up. And you want to go only as far as you can without the forearms coming off so you're not shrugging, because that's usually the accommodation. Then we'll go into some wall clocks, again just for some more scapular stability. Not much to explain here. These kind of suck, but we're doing them because we want to have healthy shoulders. Now into the meat of the workout. Starting off with some weighted chin-ups, 3 sets of 8 to 10. Here I was aiming more for 8 reps because at the beginning of the program you want to be hitting the lower end of each rep range. That way, once you're hitting the upper range, you know it's time to increase weight. Right, so once I'm hitting the same weight for 3 sets of 10, then I'll know I can add more. Then we go into, there's not a particular name for this, but I've been calling them single arm, half kneeling, horizontal cable row. I know it's a mouthful, but doing 3 sets of 10 to 12, I really like being in this half kneeling position because the ipsilateral leg of the side you're pulling on, because it's behind your body, you can get a little bit more of a stretch in your lat. And here I'm really focusing on protracting my scapula in the lengthened position and then retracting it in the shortened or contracted position. Then we're getting into some cable lat prayers. I've heard people call these straight arm lat pull downs or lat pullovers, but I like calling them lat prayers. Doing 3 sets of 12 to 15. So at the top, or the lengthened position, you'll notice that my back is more rounded. That's because it gives you a better stretch on the lats. And then at the bottom, I'm extending my thoracic spine and really trying to pull the bar into my waist area. So that's going to give you just a better stretch on the lats and a little bit stronger contraction so you can get the most out of the exercise. Then we're going into Bayesian curls. No idea if that's how they're pronounced, but this is honestly probably the GOAT bicep exercise. If I could only do one the rest of my life, it would be this one. You get a great stretch with the arm being behind your body. Cables are super comfortable and easy to load. And they're really conducive to doing myo reps, which is what I do on my last set. Mike Israetel has a whole video explaining what myo reps are, but it's essentially just a form of rest pause training and lets you get more volume in when the muscles are already fatigued. Then we're going into some single arm dumbbell preacher curls. I really prefer these over using an easy curl bar or a straight bar because it lets me focus on just one arm at a time. And my left arm is weaker than my right arm, which makes sense since I'm right-handed and your dominant arm is usually stronger. So this is kind of just helping me even out any imbalances I might have here. And it's probably my favorite free weight bicep exercise. So 3 sets of 10 to 12. I was pretty gassed already from doing the Bayesian curls before this, so I was only using like 15 pounds for it. And then finishing off with some wrist extensions. These aren't particularly geared towards building big forearms for me. Rather, I've noticed that I have some wrist extension weakness that I'm trying to shore up. And so we're going with 3 sets of 15 to 20 because a lot of your forearm muscles, your extensors, your flexors tend to be more endurance muscle fibers, right? So we want the grip to last longer. We're not trying to be quite as explosive with wrist curls or wrist extensions, so that's why we're keeping the rep range a little bit higher. But I think that's it. So if you guys have any questions, drop them down in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.